Good afternoon. So in the spirit of full disclosure, I said I was going to share my successes and failures in this vlog, so I'm going to do that. So first off, it is now March 21st, and I was hoping to be on tour at this point, but unfortunately I tried to set it up and it just did not happen. I ended up getting one show in Houston, and I actually made a video for it. I'll put it up here somewhere just to show you what it was. I'm not going to play the audio or anything. And that was cool, and that was very nice, but then I honestly didn't get any of the responses save for one other that was actually a no, which is fine. I'd rather have a no than nothing. So that's a failure, obviously. And it kind of made me shift my focus to building a brand. So that is what I've started doing, and I successfully have figured out exactly how I want to mix and master songs. I'm extremely excited about it. I actually released a new mix of Windows yesterday that is just head and shoulders above what I had before, and I'm so darn proud of it. It just kind of gives me the gumption to keep going and figure stuff out. I'm obviously now focusing on getting that darn camera, the Sony a6400. I'm probably going to get it mid-May, so like 2 months from now. I'm going to California with Felicia in about 2 weeks. Actually, in a week. So focus on that for life stuff, and then once that's passed, then I'll get that camera. So I can't remember exactly where I left off, but I have a stream of consciousness right now, and I want to kind of go with it, even though I'm driving and I'm not holding it, so good enough for me. I remember the overarching themes, though. I'm actually really excited to go to California. I haven't been there in 6 years, to Orange County, California. I spent 30 years there growing up, and I'm really excited. My buddy Sonny says that things have changed a ton in the past few years, which makes sense, being that there was a pandemic, and I mean, everything must have changed a ton, so I'm really excited about that. And also, Felicia has never been to Southern California, except for a stopover at LAX, which was supposed to be for a couple hours, but ended up being for like 15 minutes. So she's never left LAX. And I'm excited to take her around. And she's never been to Disneyland. That's a huge bucket list thing for her, so that'd be really fun. We're going to be there for a couple days, which is going to be just so much fun. I'm really excited about it. Anyway, back to the music stuff. If I was going to give any advice to people who are getting into the recording, especially right now, if you don't know anything about it, or if you're learning or whatever, and not that I'm any great shakes at it, but EQ is like my best friend. I absolutely love EQ. It controls things, and I want to control the sound as much as I possibly can, and EQ is such a huge aspect of that. Probably the biggest in my opinion. Granted, again, I'm not a learned recording engineer or mixer or master. I just learned on YouTube and then do it, as you've seen in other videos, a ton of trial and error. But yeah, I mean, so in the recordings I had previously done, I left way too much high end in it. It had like kind of the high pitched crap in it, so I've gotten a lot of that out. And then it had a lot of kind of low end, they call it mud or muddiness, I guess. And it had a lot of that in it too. So for me, a lot of the mids are what I focus on and try to keep, that control to. And then adding a little bit of saturation to things. Not much, but a little bit to give it a bit more oomph, I guess. So that's just for people who are getting into that. And also, I like to have a very flat recording. So like my guitar, my vocals, anything I record live, I want it to be just that, nothing, no room ambience, no anything else to it, so that I can then take it and manipulate it the way I want it to be exactly. So I add a lot of different reverbs and delays and such like to it, to the different recording aspects, to control depth and just almost like a softness to it, if you want it to be that way. It takes out a lot of the harshness when you have a little bit of reverb on it. Anyway, so that's recording stuff. And then back to the camera thing, I have my best idea for a music video that I've ever thought of for sure. It's kind of crazy, but I know I can pull it off given the correct equipment. So the camera is that final piece of correct equipment that I need. So that is my main focus is to get that camera. Anyway, so there's that, and that's really all that's going on right now. But again, I failed for sure on the tour thing. I could not, for the life of me, book anything. Maybe it's, I chalk it up to the fact that my recordings might have sucked. Might have sounded like, very amateur. I had no presence, social media wise, or I didn't have a website. Now I have uselifefoxmusic.com, which goes to both a web store and a website, combination thing, and it looks really neat. I did a good job with that, I think, so I'm proud of it. So check that out too. But yeah, just gonna continue on, and there's always another way to get there. So while I didn't get this tour done, it's not like I'm gonna stop trying, but I am definitely gonna focus more on my own presence in terms of media, because I have to. I don't think there's any other way around it to get where I want to go. I mean, I'll obviously try to play some local shows when I get to the point where I have enough of the songs out that I can just share and have something going with them. But yeah, that camera seems like a huge deal to me right now. So we will see. Again, trial and error. But I think the trial of getting the camera, and I have all the other equipment I need to edit, and even like doing the like color grading or any of that stuff. So that is the next focus.
A few moments later.
A quick aside, final thought, I guess, on the recordings. I realized that this iteration of song that I'm releasing now is the first time since 2012, basically, or 2011, when I was in Still Sky's Limit with Aaron and Josh. We recorded with producer Eric Ron, and that's the only other time I remember that I was so proud of something that I wanted to share it with anybody, like truly share it. I mean, I've obviously recorded tons of songs and I've put them out and released them and stuff, but now that I have what I feel is the correct way of doing it, and the correct sound, the correct quality, I want people to hear it finally, which is pretty cool for me, because I'm a very perfectionist type person. But I've realized literally yesterday, I guess it would be, that I want people to hear these songs, and I'm really proud of them. So yeah, just the EQs, the correctness of it, the quality. That's basically it. I'm very proud of it, and it's been a long time since I could say that about anything I've done, and it just makes me very excited. I mean, obviously the failures of the tour idea are something that I need to kind of figure out, and I will eventually, but until that point, having the quality recordings going forward is such a huge deal to me. So I'll be able to push it out there and say, hey, listen to this, listen to Windows, listen to Whispers, listen to Behold, listen to The Fairest. I mean, I've got more songs that are coming out. I'm redoing 678, just just the mixing of it, and then after that, which I'm basically almost done with that already, that was just this morning, but I will be putting out new songs. The first one will be called Forgiveness, which has nothing to do with forgiveness at all. It's actually an inside joke, and one of two songs that I have written that I am almost done with, that I'm going to be releasing. That's they're very catchy and they're very important. So I hope you guys enjoy those. I just need to finish the bridge vocally for Forgiveness, and then that one's ready. It's catchy as hell, and I think it will do what I want it to do in terms of a fun honoring of sorts. Anyway, so that's just kind of my quick thought. The idea that I finally figured out where I want to be recording wise, to be proud of the output, and that's crazy for my little brain. So okay, bye.